This is a digital video presented by LCE Graphics, and this is a video of to explain what our service and inspection program is all about. The systems that we sell are serviced and inspected, and we don't use the word reconditioned or rebuilt because in the world today those two words have absolutely no meaning. So we use a service and inspection because it's a program that we've implemented here to make sure that these machines are in good working order. And what we've done is we've outlined over the years of our experience what are the high wear areas, the things that wear out frequently, and we've decided to go ahead and replace those components new. You know, rather than sell a used machine that 2 or 3 months later this breaks or that breaks. And it has worked out really well for us in the past, and we're going to continue doing this. Basically, in this program you can see this is the entry of the stitcher. This is a 4000 Bookletmaker by Duplo. All the inside is gutted out. We take everything out. The back jogger mechanism, as you see straight down below you there. And those that have the black jogger, some of them are white. We remove that, completely recondition it, reinstall it. Brand new transport belts. And anything else the machine needs. Any bearings, any bushings, anything that show wear are replaced. The belts are replaced automatically because they're high wear areas. Here the clinchers are removed and cleaned. The clinchers are right in the middle of your screen there, and they're the ones that actually close the staple. Very, very important in producing a good quality booklet. Often overlooked and ignored. Most of the time clinchers need to be replaced. So that's why we open these machines up and we replace the clincher pawls or the clincher assembly if needed. Also, you can see that black roller in there that has the 2 white belts on it. Every machine that we service and inspect gets a brand new entry roller on the Bookletmaker, and this is a very important component because without it the books don't eject properly, they don't insert properly, they don't stitch accurately. So it's a vital part of the Bookletmaker. And as you can see, you won't see the inside of a Bookletmaker like this. All the inside, all these parts are removed. Now the reason we have to do this because it's really the only way that we can get in there and see everything. The clutch, as you can see right there in the middle of your screen, that is your fold clutch assembly. That is also serviced and inspected, checked out to make sure that it's not worn or has any issues that need correcting, and they're cleaned and serviced. The same goes for the stitch clutch assembly, which you see there in the center of your screen. That also is removed and cleaned. Now you see on these chains that are inside here that drive this unit, all the chains and belts are replaced new. Whether they need it or not, they come out, the old chains come out, or whatever chains are in it are come out and thrown away and replaced with new chains and belts. Also, you see these 2 rubber rollers, like the ones right in the middle of your screen. Those are your transport rollers for your belts. They have to be in good condition. If they're not in excellent shape, they're replaced. And the reason being is because without the natural convex curvature of these rollers, the belts will waddle back and forth and create all kinds of folding and register issues. You see the fold blade down there underneath. The fold blade is inspected and checked. Make sure there are no chips or bent places or any of the pawls are twisted. And all those are checked. The bearings are cleaned and replaced if needed. And all through this machine has sensors. You see one in the center of your screen there. There's another one in the center of your screen. Another one. All the sensors are cleaned and inspected on these systems because they're important to make sure they're free of dust. Now here you see the fold rollers. The fold rollers are removed on every system that we service and inspect, regardless of the condition, and bearings are replaced. Now of course, if we have a unit that's like a year or 2 old and has almost no usage, we wouldn't go through the trouble of removing the rollers and bearings. But most of the used systems that we get in have anywhere from 1.5 to 3 million, 4 million cycles and need to have these rollers removed and the bearings replaced. Because the bearings, the first things to go on a Bookletmaker are the fold roller bearings. So then these fold rollers are taken out and they're spun to smooth them out and remove any imperfections or inconsistencies of the rollers, and then they're replaced. The same goes for the belts, the exit belts here. Now the exit belts on Bookletmakers are typically not a real critical item. So these exit belts, if they're in excellent condition, they're cleaned and retained. If not, they're replaced new. And that's basically a quick rundown of what we do on the Bookletmaker. We have some other modifications and changes that we make And if you have any questions, you feel free to ask. And as you can see, when this booklet maker is completed, it will actually be in what you could call like new condition, because it will operate and function like it did when it was new. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any questions, remember, you can always call us anytime, 1-800-634-2176. Thank you.